friends, it's Debbie, and I hope this finds you safe and well. Have you ever thought about the products that you purchase, where they come from and who actually supplies them? From the food that you eat, to the phone in your hand, to the car that you drive, to the coffee that you drink, to the clothes that you wear, and all other products in between. I think you'd agree with me that we all enjoy being consumers. We all like to think we've grabbed ourselves a bargain. We all like choice. We all like to drink great coffee or tea. We like to eat good food. And we even like to think about the clothes that we're wearing, to have choice, to pick out an outfit that makes us feel good. I wonder if today you would consider with me the idea that there is exploitation in the supply chain of the products in which you are purchasing. In the Bible, in James chapter 5 verses 1 to 6, where it's condemning those who fail to pay workers whilst living in luxury and self-indulgence themselves, we may think that that would never apply to us, that we would never exploit workers who didn't receive fair payment for their work. But the awful truth is that we likely are, unknowingly so. You see, most of us benefit from products that have come from abroad, being made by slaves in the worst cases and exploited workers in normal cases, from the purchase of our cheap clothing, to the mobile phones that we're using, to the cars that we're driving. Yes, we have fattened ourselves, to quote James again, at the expense of those less fortunate than us, indulging ourselves in the luxury of cheaper goods. Sadly, most of the time there is no real way to know if the products that we're purchasing are made by fairly compensated workers. And you may think, well, what can I do? Well, there are a couple of things you can consider. The first thing is to buy local, shop in your local town, by supporting local businesses, products that are ethically sourced and made where they are sold. We can see things like tea, coffee, jam, chocolate, bread, cakes, artwork, sustainable furniture, sustainable clothing, even the cleaning products that we can buy, washing products. We can find them and we can source them locally. Or we can look out for something called Fairtrade. You may have seen that sign, that logo on products. You may have seen that term or heard that term used before. To receive a Fairtrade certification, a product must meet several criteria. There must have been fair wages, no child labour, and environmental sustainability. The increasing demand for fair trade products is actually a human trafficking prevention strategy. As more and more of us ask to buy fair trade products from our retailers, more and more workers will receive a fair living wage, and the demand for exploited workers will decrease. You can find many fair trade products already, and you may have spotted them on the shelves in your supermarkets. But if you want to know more, you can go to your search engine and just type in fair trade. So does God care about fair trade? Well, Malachi 3:5 gives us an idea of God's heart when it comes to this. It says, "So I will come to put you on trial. I will be quick to testify against sorcerers, adulterers and perjurers, against those who defraud labourers of their wages, who oppress the widows and the fatherless, and deprive the foreigners among you of justice, that do not fear me, says the Lord God Almighty." He will testify against those who benefit from exploited workers and don't help the vulnerable. And I know that we would never intentionally buy products that have been made by slaves. But in a global economy where we don't know the origins of many goods that we purchase, it can be almost impossible to avoid buying products made by slaves and exploited workers. However, I believe as Christians, now that we are aware, now that I've brought this to your attention, now that we have this information, that we can make informed choices. When we spend our money, that we should make every effort to avoid those items where we can, and to buy fair trade, to buy locally sourced products. Buying fair trade certified products or locally sourced products is one way that we can follow Micah 6:8's call to act justly and to love mercy. And the question that I want to leave you with today is this: where would Jesus shop?